In stage 10 we're going to be assembling the left rear brake, and the left rear brake is very similar to the front brakes, but we have the calipers that are set at a different angle, which you'll see later on as we progress in stages. So clean up your parts as we've done before, making sure that you've removed any paint from areas that are going to be glued, and then assemble the brake calipers and the discs, putting the brake shoes in a similar fashion as we did before we move on to the next part of this section. Now take your right radiator housing from previous stages that we assembled, and also take your wire A and your tubing A from previous stage. And what we want to do is we want to cut the hosing to lengths, because we're going to be applying the hosing to the right radiator assembly. So just follow the instructions. You're going to need hose 1 at 70mm long with a 67mm wire, and hose 2 at 52mm long and a 49mm wire, and hose 3 at 65mm long with a 62mm wire, and hose 4 at 88mm long with a 77mm wire. So once you've done that, lay them all out into the respective positions, and as we did in a previous stage, what we want to do is we want to take one of the wires, place that in to the tube like so, passing that through. Okay, all the way. As with most things, a little bit fiddly, just take your time. Okay, and then once that's done, do exactly the same to all the other 4 hoses, and then just follow the guide of the pictures of the hoses and their respective positions, and also following the instructions from your magazine as well on the placement of where these wires will go. Okay. And once you've done that, just double check, like I say, got all the wiring as you can see here in their respective places. So once you've done that, just put that aside, and the 2 brake calipers and the brake disc that we did earlier, and keep those as a side safely for the next stage.